Cristiano Ronaldo's life is the biggest roller coaster in football history. Setbacks, awards, to even losing the most important person in his life. Ronaldo had to go through all of this to get to the top, and it's crazy because at the beginning it all could have never happened. Ronaldo was born on 5th of February 1985 in Lisbon, Portugal, to really poor parents. See, his dad, Jose Dennis, used to be a kitman for a local club in Portugal, and Ina and his mom, well, she just managed to get by. Add this to the fact that they lived in one-room apartment with Ronaldo's elder siblings, no food to eat sometimes, and life was tough still. Despite all that hardship, Ronaldo found the one thing he could see to escape all his troubles at the time. But what he didn't know was that this sport was going to change his life. Football. Soon as he could walk, Ronaldo spent countless hours every day trying to get better. He was always out in the streets putting in the hard yards until one day he got his big opportunity when a local scout came along and offered him the chance of a lifetime sporting Lisbon. At that time, the club was looking at taking a couple of talented kids into the academy, and Ronaldo was one of the selected few. But they still had to pass a final trial before they got in. And in Ronaldo's words, this game changed everything. Trial day, and just before the start of the game, the scout came in and broke the message to the kids: whoever scores the most goals, that's the person we pick. As soon as Ronaldo heard that, he was locked in. He scored a goal, but another kid on his team, Albert Fand, had scored too. So coming into the final minutes of the game, Ronaldo and Albert were both two on goal when Albert went round the goal, and instead of shooting into the empty goal, he decided to pass to Ronaldo. Instead, Ronaldo got the contract now. He was at Sporting. It was the time to show the world just how good he was after dragging the first couple of goals for the senior team against more. Ronaldo never looked back. He became so good that now a lot of clubs were interested in him. But Ronaldo's big break was about to come months later after he put in a performance so crazy he had the biggest club in England on speed dial trying to sign him, Sporting Lisbon versus Manchester United, in a friendly game, and Ronaldo put in a masterclass performance. He had the entire United defense on strings, and by the end of the game, Sir Alex had seen enough, so he rang up Ronaldo's agent, struck a deal, and days later Ronaldo was off to Manchester United on a deal worth $19 million. At his new club, Ronaldo was tipped to be the next big day. In fact, Sir Alex believed in him so much that when Ronaldo joined on jersey picking day and asked for the number 28 jersey, Sir Alex said no and gave him the club's most important shirt number. Yeah, the birth of Dr. Seven. But on the field, it didn't quite pan out the way he thought it would. Ronaldo got off to a slow start and even got labeled by some of his teammates as a kid who just loved dribbling too much. But to Ronaldo, this was more than anything he could ever ask for, because now he could afford to take his family off the streets and give them a place of their own. But just when things started to look up for Ronaldo, one phone call sent his entire world crashing down. His dad, Jose Dennis, fell sick. Now Ronaldo's relationship with his dad was kind of complicated because all those years growing up, he just wanted to get closer to his old man. But his dad was so sick and tired of not being able to provide for Ronaldo and the family. But he started drinking, and now he developed liver issues. Quickly, Ronaldo asked for permission to leave the club and so he could go to see his dad, and as soon as he got to the hospital, Ronaldo made a promise to do everything he could to keep him alive. But in the end, it was too late, because days later, Jose Dennis was dead, and it shattered Ronaldo. But it was here that Ronaldo got his elite mentality, because right after this incident, Ronaldo knew all he had left was his mom and siblings. They were family, so he made another promise to become the best in the world, just to see them happy. And 2 years later, Ronaldo fulfilled his promise on the biggest stage. That 2007-8 season was special for Ronaldo. He scored a record high 31 goals in the league. Add that to being the Champions League top scorer and winning the competition too. And months later, Ronaldo was officially the best footballer on the planet. At this time, he had also achieved something else that made his family even prouder. In 2004, Ronaldo was part of the team that lost the Euros on home turf to Greece, and after that he just kicked into another gear for the national team and became so good that by 2008 he was made the captain of the Portuguese national team. But back to club football now, and after a Champions League final defeat in 2009, Ronaldo knew it was time to take the next big step in his career, and in that summer he broke the world record to become the most expensive footballer on the planet. Real freaking Madrid Ronaldo had hit the big time and couldn't stop winning. Same thing with his personal life. 2 months after this big money move, he got another huge win, just not the way he thought he would. His son Cristiano Jr. was born. Ronaldo decided to keep the details of Junior's mom a secret, but it was now clear he was ready to start his family in Madrid and build his football dynasty. But first he had a job to do at Madrid that was going to take him 5 years to complete before Ronaldo joined Real Madrid, and last time they won the Champions League was in 2002. And Ronaldo was supposed to be the main man. He was done playing games that season. He took Madrid to Champions League glory. He broke the record for the most goals in the Champions League with 16, including scoring a goal in the final in his home country. And off to Portugal add another blunder to the collection that year. He was now one of his biggest rival, Messi. Ronaldo and Messi hit the biggest stages in competing in Spain. Can't say the same at international level, though, because despite hitting the heights at club level, Ronaldo had failed to repeat his form in international competition. He was captain of the team that got knocked out of the World Cup at the group stage in 2010. Add that to a Euro 2012 semi-final exit and 2014 World Cup group stage exit. Ronaldo knew he had to turn up for the national team, and Euro 2016 was his big opportunity coming into the one. No one fancied Portugal, but they somehow made it to the final thanks to Ronaldo's 4 goals until the day of the final against the host France. And Ronaldo had the biggest heartbreak in his career. He couldn't continue and he had to get subbed off. Still, Ronaldo teammates helped him to a surprise 1-0 victory. And the boy from Adira all those years back had now led his country to the first major trophy in its history. After that, the records kept humbling for Ronaldo, another blunder on the 3 more Champions League. But at the end of 2018, now 33 and with over 450 goals for Real Madrid, Ronaldo once again decided to start a new chapter in his career, and this one had him going on a date with the old lady, Juventus, but unfortunately this move never worked out as he hoped it would. Ronaldo came with a main aim of winning the Champions League, like he did at Madrid. But 3 seasons, 3 knockouts in the round of 16 and quarter-final stages, and at the end of 2021, Ronaldo wanted out and figured the only place he could go to was back home, the internet, after an opening day brace. United, Ronaldo showed signs that he could once again lead United back to the glory days. But unfortunately, his second homecoming went horribly wrong. First, in 2022, he suffered another damaging heartbreak that he described as the worst of his life. His son, with his partner Georgina Rodriguez, sadly passed on the field. Ronaldo and United never worked out, and after the club switched coaches to a new man in Eric ten Hag, they both fell off. It led to Ronaldo dropping the most controversial interview of 2020. He called everyone out, and United decided to terminate his contract, but Ronaldo wasn't even looking at that. Now, because he had his side set on his last dance, now 37, Ronaldo knew the World Cup and guitar was potentially going to be his last one, so he was ready to give everything for one final shot at glory, but it just wasn't meant to be. The last 8 on the plus side, Ronaldo turned his attention back to club football, and at the start of 2008, he shocked the world again. His new deal at Al Nassr has him earning $200 million a year from the streets of Portugal to being able to afford his own island. Ronaldo made it out, and he subscribed to